Alrighty then, welcome back to Lumos. Look at this, I can finally collect a bunch of rewards for the brilliant event. I think I'm done with it. Collect, and some more collecting. And I get a bunch of new rewards for it. But I'm not done yet because if you look at the registry, I'm still missing one more fragment, and that's for the brilliant young Acromantula. You can only get these in fortresses, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk more about fortresses again because there are some things that I didn't get to discuss in my other video. If you haven't seen that, I'll just link it somewhere in the card right there. So yeah, let's do some fortress battles. So if you see a glowing fortress just like this one, it glows green, yeah, it just means someone is inside or someone just recently battled in a fortress. For some reason, this is not yet a common knowledge, so I'm saying it again right now in case you did not know. So let me just do a quick fortress battle. Hopefully I would get a brilliant young Acromantula out of it. If you guys still do not know, fortresses, they are the best way to grind for XP in Wizards Unite. I actually made another video about that. I'll just link it again if you haven't seen the video about that. I'm making another video about fortresses again because like I said earlier, there are some things that I haven't talked about, and apparently there's a lot to fortress battles. This is why I like fortresses. They are my favorite part about Wizards Unite. It's just in-depth, it's deep, it's complex. I love it so much. It's much better than Pokemon Go's raid battles where you just keep tapping. Whereas this one, you have to coordinate, you have to have skills, you have to have some kind of strategy. It's awesome. Let me see, please, brilliant young Acromantula. No! Fish! It's hard getting a brilliant runestone now. It's hard completing treasure trunks. Anyway, there's a lot for me to do today. I have a bunch of errands and I'll take you guys with me because I'm going to awesome places. I'm going to this place where apparently it's awesome to play Wizards Unite there. So we'll see. We'll be the judge of that, won't we? So let me just get this brilliant right here so that I can get more runestones. And then I'll see you in a bit. This place. We are now in Makati City. It's a pretty populated place, and look at this place. Tons of inns and tons of fortresses. Perfect place to talk about fortresses, right? Yeah, and Jed's with me. Look at this place. Oh my god, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fortresses in the area. Tons of purple inns and maybe tons of spawns. Perfect place to do another fortress guide. Let's check out what is it. Was this one? Oh my god, it's Percival Graves. Holy fish! This is my first encounter for this guy. So let's potent extimulo this guy. Okay, I'm gonna use a Dawdle Draught. I cannot let him depart. Yes! Masterful. I know, it's a great... I thought it was masterful. No! Come on, one more. Oh, no! Good. No. Ah, man, that sucks so much. Oh, this is a new dish for me. Alrighty then, let's start with this fortress guide. So let me get into the fortress right here. Let's go to Ruins Chamber 3. Okay, so again, if you guys do not know, the chamber determines the difficulty of the fortress, and the runestone determines the rewards that you would get. But the higher the runestone that you use, the higher the difficulty is. But it still determines the reward. So as you can see up top here, you can see the difficulty grade. So right now it's 316. That's pretty low. So we got an Auror and a Professor here. So if you can see this square boxes right here, you can drag these to your teammates and to your foes. Red boxes mean you can use it on your enemies, and the green ones you can use on yourself and to your teammates. For this one, I'm gonna use it on my teammate, so she can give me a defense charm that would protect me from attacks. So you should choose the ones that are weak to your type. You can see it if the icon has like a green arrow up top, but with this one it's a downside arrow. It means I am weak to this type. Let me just battle this one and we'll talk more about this screen right here. You can see a bunch of status effects under my name. You can see the defense charm Jed gave to me, that green icon right there. And with this Urkling, you can see the confusion hex that I gave this Urkling. So if you check the screen right here, there's a lot of info here. So up top here it says formidable werewolf. There are tons of types of enemies. Alright, so in this part right here, I talked about the different kinds of enemies, but it wasn't enough for me. So I'm gonna do it again. So there are different types of enemies, and you would know them with the title in the top of the icon of the enemy. So you got a common version, a normal version of the enemy. You have a formidable enemy. It is an enemy that is slightly buff defense and proficiency power stats. Those are the little icons that you can see in the battle screen. So next up you have the imposing enemy. These enemies, they have increased proficiency power, increased deficiency defense, increased defense, and increased defense breach. Holy fish. Next up you have dangerous. These are enemies that are strongly increased in proficiency power, deficiency defense, defense, and defense breach. And lastly, the strongest of them all, you have a fierce enemy. These enemies, they are extremely increased in proficiency power, deficiency defense, defense, and defense breach. And to top that all off, you have elite foes. Elite foes have this special border around their icon. It just means elite foes increases some or all active enemy stats. So if you find a elite fierce werewolf, or like a pixie or an acromantula, yeah, you're going to have a very tough time. So again, keep an eye out on the name, on the title of the enemy. And the icon right here, there are tons of icons. This one determines the type of foe that you are going to battle. So like I said earlier, green means effective, red means ineffective, and this icon right here means neutral. After that, you can see a number and a stars. These also determine the difficulty of the foe, and also the border comes into effect. Let me just finish this battle right here because we're running out of time. And there we go, that is done. Oh yes, finally! Brilliant Young Acromantula. I can now finally complete the Brilliant event page. Let me do that right now. And last one, there we go, Brilliant Young Acromantula, and the Brilliant event page is now complete. Thank you. Alright, so before we go back to fortress battles, here's another tip. You should upgrade your profession skill tree. I made videos about that, about the profession skill tree, and about how to spend your restricted books. So it's just going to be linked in the eye right there. So right now, I've completed the Brilliant events and I now have enough restricted books for this upgrade. So let me do that. This would greatly improve your fortress battling. So make sure you keep using your scrolls, your books, and your restricted books. Let me get back to the fortress right here. So as you can see here, there are tons of chambers. There are actually, right now, there are 4 different chambers. There are 5 ruins chamber, there are 5 tower chambers, there are forest chambers, and lastly, you have dark chambers. So right now we're gonna choose a higher difficulty chamber. We're gonna choose chamber 5, but with a level 1 runestone. So as you can see, again, back to the enemy screen here, you can see this box right here, the red one. This just determines the health bar for your foe. So this box right here, these are spells that you would put on these enemies. So right now I gave him Confusion Hex, and you can put up to 5 skills on this opponent. Remember that during battle, you can use a bunch of potions. You can use healing potions, you can use extimula potions, so that your attack, your damage would be stronger. So right now I can use an extimula potion, health potion, an invigoration potion, wit sharpening potion, and that's it. So you can use invigoration potion so that you would start with more focus. This would be very beneficial if you are a magizoologist or you're a professor. For aurors, they don't need much focus, so we don't use it that much. There we go. Success. You use wit sharpening potion to battle elite foes. Let me just put a bunch of hexes right now so that I would help Jed out. So back in the enemy screen here, the next one is this one. It says here +1 focus for the team. So this is how many focus points you would get when you battle this enemy. This is very important if you guys are low on focus power and you have the start and the AR on and off button. Let me turn that on because I actually like AR. It makes you more immersive. So right now the aurors, they have 1 and 2 hexes that they can use on enemies, but they cannot use them both at once. So remember, you can't stack 2 skills on 1 enemy. Another auror must put that other skill that you want. So if you want a weakening hex and a confusion hex, you're gonna have to have 2 aurors if you want both skills for 1 foe. Oh my god, oh no, I forgot to put on a potion. But remember that if you run out of stamina, if you run out of HP, you would just get knocked out. You would not die, you would not lose a battle, not yet anyway. You would still have 30 seconds, and you can use that to your advantage, especially if you still have tons of time. But right now we don't have that. I kept talking and I think you're gonna lose this one. No, I still have some options here. Okay, apply hexes. So if you see a big switching icon right there, it means that you can switch the skills that you put on that foe. So if it already has a weakening hex, I can put that, I can switch that, and it would change to confusion hex. That's how you change it. Oh my god. Oh fish, that was just one blow. Okay, that sucks. But that's because I kept talking. I wasn't focused enough. So right now, let me do that again. So this time, I'll focus. Let's see how far we can go. Okay, gonna transfer focus to Jed. She's gonna give me a defense charm. I'm gonna put on a bunch of hexes, but I can't right now. No, wait, let's put on an invigoration potion. It grants 3 focus. There we go. I can give a bunch of hexes to these foes. Gonna put on a strong extimula potion so that my damage would be good. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna apply a bunch of hexes again just to help Jed out. Put on a little bat bogey hex right there. This one is good because it has tons of Death Eaters. on a healing potion and battle the Death Eater. Alright, I think this is my last one right here. Having a defense charm on Aurors, it helps out a lot. So make sure if you have a professor on your team and you're an Auror, it's going to be very invaluable. But right now, I still need a potion. I think this is my last. There we go. So that is how you do it. That is how you actually battle fortresses wisely, intelligently, strategically. But yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoy this. I hope I informed you. And if I did, I think you are supposed to like this video and subscribe, right? Right. So yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.